Hiya, Roger here. Sorry for the drawn and proper updates, having a few real-life projects running.
But we're back. Let's crack open some hedgehogs.
Nah, no Sonic today. At least not directly, although you can connect it back to him. Today, I'm being fascinated by a word. Fun.
Fun? That's what we're dissecting? Okay. Fun is a cute word. It sounds so fluffy, innocent, pure. The word of puppies and cupcakes and rainbows. I want to have some fun.
But, depending on what context it's used, it can also be a very scathing, harsh, and fascistic word.
Oh yes, fun. The word that brings warriors to their knees, crying for mercy and screaming for their mummies.
What started my thought process happened a year ago with the tragic passing of the Nintendo CEO. One quote I saw a lot, don't quite remember if it's a direct quote from Iwata or just his fans, but I saw phrases like, "What makes Nintendo so good is that they make games to be fun." A true and nice and fluffy phrase, but think of the implications. Other video game companies apparently make games that aren't fun, and the most fascinating thing about the quote is how it's phrased, not that the fun is the result of the increased quality and skills of Nintendo, but that it's directly tied to their philosophy, their intention. Other video game companies apparently consciously and deliberately choose to make their games not fun.
Well, yeah, games collapsing under their DLC madness have their priorities elsewhere. Those are obviously not fun. But yeah, then the line of anti-fun is also tied to focus on graphics, music, story, marketing, licenses, and things become a little more debatable. That fun in games is completely and entirely focused on one quality: gameplay.
Now, I'm not interested in a debate about this specific topic, so let's not get too distracted. Yes, gameplay is the most important core component in a video game. Focusing on it is vital, makes sense, I fully agree. Not debating this core philosophy, but I'm interested in the secondary implications. That appreciating any other quality is not fun. Appreciating good graphics isn't fun, that's just some kind of insane compulsion. That in video games, the pure mechanics is the only factor that can invoke feelings of fun.
Strawmanning a bit now, aren't we, though? That's not what they actually mean. That's an unsaid implication. It's like a secret bonus message that the person saying the original quote is probably not even aware of.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm not talking about people's intentions or the specific debate. I'm talking purely and entirely about the word and how it affects communication, how it affects the brain. Notice the difference. I like to play with pets, it's fun. Ah, cute, innocent. Or, I play with my pets because I like to have fun. Now, suddenly there's this implication that playing with pets is factually connected to fun, almost implying that people who don't play with pets don't like fun, are anti-fun. I like fun. That is why I actually play with pets, unlike those not fun people. It doesn't necessarily that's what I meant, but depending on how you say it and when you say it and to whom you say it, there is a sense of judgment growing. I play with pets. It's fun. You like fun, don't you? Why aren't you playing with pets? Don't you like...
Ah, the fun police. Have fun or I blow your brains out. You bastard.
That is a mentality that's showing up a lot lately. Fun as a word, as long as you describe yourself, your personal experience, it's nice and innocent. But increasingly, it's used to judge, to deflect, to justify actions or unjustify other people's actions. Fun is not always connected to a sensation, but to a philosophy, a direction.
Wasn't there that recent poll from the Sonic Twitter account responding to the complaints it had with this wonderfully passive-aggressive statement? Finally, a chance to tell whoever runs the Sonic social media just how much I hate having fun on the internet.
Exactly, that fascinating way of phrasing it. You are no longer accountable for your actions. You're completely shielded behind fun. If you are against my actions, you are against fun. Because any alternatives to my specific approach is not fun. You're not against fun, are you?
Well, the Twitter is fun. Have you seen that funny joke about Big the Cat?
Sure. It's just an example of how you can disarm your opponents with a well-used placement of the word fun. Even if opponents have reasonable arguments, any objection to his actions are now a direct betrayal of the grand amendments of humanity that is fun.
Fun is a weird word to have such power. I never describe things I'm passionate about as fun. Great things are fantastic, amazing, epic, great. Fun is so, well, innocent, small. Fun is enjoying a sunset, petting a kitten, eating a pancake, innocent little things in life, not something I strap on arm and fight a war for, and riding a dragon and stab, not the fruits of your skill, energy and talents. Just the things you run into in your daily life that you mildly appreciate.
Now, to the word fun's credit, as a weapon, there's a reason it's utilized this way. Since the rise of the many internet review critic people, internet people have become way more focused, way more skilled, way more obsessed in criticizing, looking for plot holes, problems, theories, and so forth. Once innocent entertainment is suddenly looked at with more critical eyes. And oh my goodness, while everyone is much better in being critical and analyzing mistakes, a lot of people aren't very good in understanding when certain mistakes are genuinely problematic or not. So we get people ranting, angry at plot holes, which most of the time aren't even plot holes but just a little rough patch of story, or ranting at technical limitations and dismissing an entire body of work with that. So here the word fun is used as a weapon against irrational hatred. Alright, some guy's ranting about it, and dumb fun little action movie's terrible, and everyone should hate it because plot holes, physics of the cars aren't realistic, therefore nobody should enjoy Fast and the Furious. Counterpoint, who cares? The enjoyment of these movies don't rely on how close it matches reality, it's about spectacle, fun. Correct, the word fun to protect yourself from unwarranted anger. But it's all about communication, what you say, how it comes across. Let's say someone is ranting about ice cream, that it's bad for your health and most of it doesn't have any vitamins or other valuable proteins or whatever in it. But hey, most people don't eat ice cream as replacement of real food, but as a dessert, so hey, ice cream's just fun. Its empty calories aren't super relevant in how ice cream is usually consumed. I eat it for fun, sure. But the observations about the effects ice cream has on your body as food still stand. It's still the truth. It's not entirely to be dismissed by the fun factor. The word fun in these situations is meant to fight one thing and one thing only, the attitude of the person. You being angry at the rest of the world for enjoying this project or thing is unreasonable. This is just fun for us. It's important to keep in mind that that doesn't dismiss the actual argument of this person. The laws of physics are still incorrect in that movie, ice cream still lacks healthy ingredients, these observations haven't been dismantled, just given lesser relevance in the grand scheme of things, which is something the fun police often forgets. You don't dismantle arguments with the fun bomb. Besides that, emphasize on two things. One, that a person is angry or behaving unreasonably, and two, that it's aimed at others. That's the problem, that a person gets worked up over something innocent and fun others enjoy, as if the ranters are some kind of prophet predicting the end of the universe. You enjoying this thing is ruining the world somehow. So here's where two problems arrive. One, it's how you approach these angry people. Just telling them, hey, you're wrong, this is fun in their face will not have any positive effect on the discussion. It'll only infuriate them further, as this proves, in their mind, that they are correct. Other people are idiots willingly self-destructing themselves with dumb fun. That's their point, and the fun argument only strengthens it. So your argument against them works just as well for them, creating an endless cycle of self-righteousness. But there's a second problem, and one that concerns me more. I understand the use of fun as a weapon against unreasonably angry people, but then I also see it used against, say, Neil deGrasse Tyson being a smartass, or game theory, or hack myself for that matter, internet folks that don't necessarily judge, but just explore, educate, approach media differently as some kind of brain exercise, to have fun. Here's where the fun police starts to overshoot its goal. When any form of thought or exploration is shut down, regardless of the thinker's intentions, here's where the it's fun, it's for kids, don't think philosophy gets troublesome. So not only is it failing to truly engage and shut down those ranters, but worse, the attitude is starting to affect thinkers that weren't a threat to begin with. And those are usually more sensitive to critical feedback as they're not driven by rage and anger. And so, telling them to stop because it's fun does nothing but ruin their fun.
It's the double irony of the fun police. The fact something that should be innocent and light is treated with so much weight. And that what's supposed to be a personal sensation is now treated like it's a fact, a law.
Beyond that, I think it's also part of today's self-deprecating attitude. There's a very strange cycle of self-hatred that fuels pop culture a lot. I run into so many people who love a cartoon or superheroes or Star Wars and often attack other fans with the "it's made for kids" mantra. That's so fascinating to me. Like, they don't say it's for all ages or it's for the whole family, which is a way of saying it for kids, but also including yourself. But no, it's for children, specifically. If a successful fancy business guy tells me, hey, stop caring about cartoons, it's for kids, at least I get the point. He's moved on, he's on a higher level than me, sure, dismiss it. But even people in the fan base who like it and spend money, time, and energy in it defend their own joy in life as it's for kids. Not all ages, not the whole family, specifically for kids, as if distancing themselves.
Yeah, almost like they're saying that any adult enjoying these films is like an awkward and unwanted guest, as if I'm a perverted freak who is hanging out in a creepy corner of this children's party whenever I go watch Star Wars or something.
And then encapsulating that with fun. It's for kids, so it's fun. So first they create distance from themselves. It's for kids, get away from me, but then call it fun and therefore make it acceptable again. If it's fun, then even a despicable monster like me is allowed to experience it, right? All I want is some fun. I can have some fun, can I? Fun is good. But it's for kids, so don't touch it. Just look at it from a far distance. Don't touch it, don't think, don't debate. For the love of God, don't show any emotions or passion. Keep your distance from this fragile fun. Observe it from a far distance in a dark corner like that shameful, perverted monster that you are.
Makes you wonder that whenever R-rated movies visited by millions of adults are still considered for children, then what in God's name adult entertainment is? Is there a Lord of the Rings style epic about financial investments I'm missing?
Our culture is now terribly embarrassed about what it is, yet unwilling to actually move up to whatever is considered proper adult media. French art movies and scientific correct movies are still just as ignored as they always were. Should we upgrade cooking shows and house renovation shows to cinema movies? Is that mature entertainment? Regardless, fun. The word fun. Use it to describe yourself or your personal sensations, and it's fluffy and innocent, but start attaching political qualities to it, and it starts to become sharper, dangerous, and even fascistic word. Fascinating. Well, that was today's Dissected. Let us know what you think in the comments, and remember to have fun.
Proper fun, mind you, or I'll come after you bastards. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and anytime and all down here in the big blue sea.